Well, if you are a theater lover, there are no shortages of places to take in a good show in this country, particularly when it comes to outdoor venues. One of the longest running outdoor shows in Canada is Dream in High Park. And this year, the open air amphitheater is showcasing Shakespeare's Hamlet, no small feat. And Hamlet himself is joining us in studio this morning, and that would be actor Qasim Khan. Welcome to your morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
I'm glad you made it here early because your show started at 8 p.m.
They do indeed. So this is a bit early for me, but it's inspiring seeing everyone up this early.
I love it. Listen, 2024 has been a big year for you. You've taken on a range of very different roles. Currently, you're performing as Hamlet, as we said. You've been doing this since July. How has the run been so far? What kind of response have you had? Also, you've had pretty great weather.
We've had really great weather.
Yeah.
And I think because of that, the response has been really terrific.
Mm-hmm.
The audience has been packed since July. I think people are enjoying the heat and the sun.
Yeah.
And now the weather's shifting a little bit, so there's more sweaters coming out, more blankets coming out. So we're entering a cozy phase of the Hamlet run.
You are no stranger to theater, or to Shakespeare for that matter, but tell me about performing in an outdoor venue. I was asking you, had you ever seen it before?
Yeah.
Had you ever done outdoor theater before? And you like this venue.
I love it right now, yeah. I mean, some of the fun quirks of working at the park are like, you know, I'm saying to be or not to be and competing with a helicopter flying ahead or the dogs barking in the dog park. It's really humanizing. It's actually quite leveling. So everyone, I think it makes the experience really intimate for everyone.
I sometimes wonder, too, when I watch it in this venue, you know, when you think of when it was originally performed, yes, it was in a theater, but the crowds were much rowdier, more interactive, and I would say closer to what they would be in a park.
100%. There's people eating and drinking and chatting with us, engaging with the actors.
They do?
They do. They do.
What do you do? Do you ignore
Sometimes,
them?
depending on the moment, sometimes we'll interact with them, and sometimes we won't.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. It's so similar to what Shakespeare's time was like, absolutely.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You played Horatio the last time this was staged in High Park. And so tell me about the difference. Going from Horatio to Hamlet.
Horatio to Hamlet. The difference is now I'm, instead of being the supportive best friend, I'm the troubled lead. But it's lovely. There's little bits of, it's the same play, so there's echoes of the production we did in 2016 in this production as well. But then it's a whole new group of people too, so there's a whole new energy with this production from what happened last time.
To Be or Not to Be is arguably one of the most iconic, or at least most quotable soliloquies in all of Shakespeare's canon. One reviewer called this role the Mount Everest of acting. Mm-hmm. Would you say that is true?
I think it is. Hamlet is on stage almost the entire time.
Yes.
And for the actor inside, for me, I get to craft this adventure that he goes on. Mm-hmm. So it is the Mount Everest offering because you're pulling on all your experience and all the plays you've done in the past to fuel what you're doing now.
What's the part of Hamlet you enjoy the most?
I'm really enjoying To Be or Not to Be, which is, I hated doing it at the beginning. It was so stressful because I know everyone knows the speech. Everyone has familiarity with it. Yeah. So I know there's a lot of expectation with it. And now I've settled into it, and I'm actually really enjoying carving out the thoughts of that speech. And
you know what's funny? I never thought of that it would be stressful to perform a line or a scene that so many people are familiar with.
Like I have fridge magnets on my fridge that say To Be or Not to Be, or like, you know, it's one of the most quotable theater quotes.
I'm glad you gave me a little glimpse of behind the scenes because we had Paul Gross on the show last year. He was doing King Lear at Stratford, and he told us he would go out in the country and practice the lines to his dogs and screaming some of the angry parts. Yeah. So do you have any unusual ways that you get into Hamlet's head?
That's a really great question. I'm not Paul Gross about it. I run it through my head, which is probably actually on brand for Hamlet, to be thinking a lot about what he's about to say. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing.
You don't read your fridge magnets out loud, do you?
I do in the morning. I say To Be or Not to Be, and then I have a sip of coffee. I'm like, oh, it'll be fine. Everything will be okay.
Oh, Qasim, it was great to have you here. Congratulations on the run and on being Hamlet. And to anybody, you guys are running until when?
Until September 1st, so it's in the final 2 weeks now. Yeah.
You got your time to get out to the park. Thanks so much.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.